Envision yourself going an entire lifetime without ever engaging in sexual activity. Nothing at all. Not even experimenting or hooking up. In your opinion, what would the physical effects be? What would happen to your hormones? Can you imagine a weakening or perhaps strengthening of your immune system? What about your mental state? Would you experience joy or extreme irritability? You are not alone if you are inquisitive, celibate, or simply enduring an exceptionally lengthy dry spell. Here, we'll explain everything in this video. Believe us when we say that you could be surprised by some of these things. While for some, having sex is an inevitable aspect of growing up, for others, it remains a mystery. Going without sex for months, years, or even a lifetime is more normal than most people realize. This could be due to someone's choice to be celibate, not finding the proper partner, or simply not being interested. On the other hand, is there any physiological effect of abstaining from sexual activity? Does it have any impact on longevity, mental state, or health? Here we will explain everything in detail so that everyone knows what occurs when sex isn't a part of someone's life. The reality may surprise a lot of people. The immune system. It is commonly believed that having sex on a regular basis strengthens the immune system. Indeed, studies have shown that those who engage in sexual activity frequently have elevated levels of immunoglobulin A. The immune system relies on this antibody to ward against common colds and the flu. Having no sex, however, does not necessarily lead to a weakened immune system. The immune system can maintain its strength in several ways. The importance of getting adequate sleep, eating well, being physically active, and managing stress is significantly higher when considering how to maintain a strong immune system. A robust immune system is not out of the question for those who choose not to have sexual relations, provided they prioritize their general well-being. While having sex does increase immunity slightly, it is by no means essential. Mood and hormones. Oxytocin, frequently referred to as the love hormone, and endorphins, which alleviate pain and elevate mood, are among the feel-good chemicals that are secreted during sex. These chemicals contribute to the calming and joyful sensation that follows sexual contact. In the absence of sexual activity, the body continues to produce these hormones. It merely finds alternative means of inducing them. The hormones that make you feel good can be released in the same way when you hug a friend, pet a dog, exercise, laugh at a funny TV show, or eat a tasty meal. This disproves the idea that having sex is essential to a person's happiness. There are numerous non-sexual ways for the brain to feel connected, calm, and pleasure. Heart wellness. Sexual activity is a form of physical exercise that increases heart rate and blood flow. People who engage in regular sexual activity may be less likely to suffer from high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease, according to some studies. However, having sex is only one example of physical exertion. Similar heart advantages can be achieved through gardening, swimming, dancing, or even just walking. Regular exercise is sufficient to maintain heart health for individuals who never engage in sexual activity. Having sex isn't necessary for a healthy cardiovascular system. Sexual well-being. The prostate may benefit from regular ejaculation for men with reproductive systems, and this may include a reduced risk of prostate cancer. But there's research that shows masturbating has the same positive effects. This means that those who never experience partnered sex can nevertheless support prostate health in other ways. For people with female reproductive systems, regular sexual activity helps enhance blood flow to the vaginal area and may support natural lubrication. Having sexual relations is not necessary for physical well-being. Reproductive health is supported by hormone levels, proper hydration, and even regular activity. Vaginal moisturizers and lubricants are just two examples of the many over-the-counter options that might help keep things comfortable in the event that dryness ever becomes an issue. Desire and libido. A lot of people are afraid that if they never have sex, their sexual desire will go away entirely. A decline in libido may be a normal response after an extended period without sexual activity, according to some. Just like when one's stomach doesn't think about food, this is the body's way of adjusting. Other people, though, retain a regular or even overwhelming want for closeness, even if they never pursue it. Hormones, stress, lifestyle, and even the present moment can impact sexual desire. A lack of sex does not, in and of itself, eliminate desire. Rather, the body is adaptable and responds differently to different stimuli. Relief from stress. For some, having sex is a perfect way to relax and unwind. Reduced levels of the stress hormone cortisol and increased levels of the hormone oxytocin are the results. On the other hand, there are many other ways that people deal with stress if they never have sex. Exercising, meditating, taking deep breaths, engaging in creative pursuits, spending time in nature, and socializing with friends are all great strategies to reduce stress. Because they aren't concerned about their performance, their fertility, or relationship problems, some people find that avoiding sexual interactions helps them relax. Sleep quality. The hormone prolactin is responsible for inducing feelings of serenity and relaxation, and it is secreted during sex, particularly when it culminates into an orgasmic experience. Some people experience drowsiness after having sex, and that is partially due to that. When you take prolactin, your body enters a rest and recovery phase, which can help you fall asleep more easily. There are other ways for the body to prepare for sleep without having sex. The quality of your sleep is really more affected by your everyday routine than by anything that happens while you're sleeping. The factors that significantly impact a person's ability to sleep at night include maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, avoiding screen time in the hours leading up to bed, creating a cool and peaceful bedroom environment, and establishing a calming ritual just before bed. Even if they never have sex, many people report feeling rejuvenated after a good night's sleep. According to many sleep specialists, regularity is the key. That is, whether or not a person is sexually active, and their body functions best when their bedtime and wake-up times are consistent. Just as having sex can send pleasurable impulses to the brain, so can reading a relaxing book, doing light stretching, listening to soothing music, or even just drinking herbal tea. Keep in mind that worry and stress are major sleep disruptors, yet not having sex does not necessarily indicate that someone is more worried. Actually, some people find that avoiding sexual interactions helps them feel much more emotionally stable, which in turn makes them sleep better at night. Even if having sex is one way to help your body relax, it's not necessary for a good night's sleep, and is certainly not the only choice. Life expectancy. Research suggesting that those who engage in regular sexual activity had a lower risk of mortality has generated a lot of interest. Although the discovery is intriguing, the correlation is more complex than just more sex equals more years. It appears that people's lifestyle behaviors, rather than sex per se, are the ones that increase lifespan. However, studies do reveal that people who engage in regular sex tend to be healthier overall. Things like eating well, being active, not smoking, controlling stress, keeping a healthy weight, and going to the doctor regularly are the true factors associated to a long life. All people, regardless of sexual orientation, can benefit from these foundational aspects of longevity. Having supportive relationships with others is one of the most important factors in living a long and healthy life. The long-term health of one's mind and body is enhanced by having supportive social networks, strong familial ties, and a meaningful life mission. Nor does it necessitate sexual activity. The health and longevity benefits accrue to those who cultivate deep, meaningful connections, regardless of whether they are romantic, platonic, or familial in nature. The silent killer is stress, and unmanaged chronic stress in particular. Keep this in mind. Some people actually experience less stress when sex isn't part of their lives, since they avoid worry about sexual performance, unwanted pregnancies, relationship problems, or sexually transmitted viruses. For some, abstaining from sexual activity may lead to a more peaceful and healthy lifestyle. Sexual activity ultimately is merely a piece of the larger health puzzle. No matter how often you have sex, if you take good care of your health by eating right, exercising, managing your stress, and surrounding yourself with positive people, you will likely live as long, if not longer, than someone who engages in regular sex but ignores their overall well-being. Self-esteem and confidence. Positive sexual experiences can have a profound effect on a person's sense of self-worth and body confidence. But sexual activity isn't the only way to feel good about oneself. Accomplishing goals, gaining new skills, staying active, looking good, or simply spending time with supportive people all promote high self-esteem. A lot of people who don't engage in sexual activity still feel completely confident. Myths about never having sex. What happens if a person never has sex is a topic of many mythology. For some, it's a gateway drug to a host of physical and mental health issues. This is completely false. Incredible plasticity characterizes the human form. Celibate people, asexual people, and those in sexless partnerships are among the millions of people on Earth who lead perfectly normal, fulfilling lives. Abstinence from sexual activity does not lead to any sort of bodily collapse. The body adapts without a hitch. Surprising benefits. Additionally, there are a few unexpected advantages to abstaining from sexual activity. Among the most significant is the elimination of potential dangers, such as STDs and unwanted pregnancies. When one stops having sex, all of those concerns go away. Additionally, there's no need to perform to anybody else's standards, avoid uncomfortable conversations the morning after, or live up to someone else's expectations in the bedroom. Those who choose to forego sex also have more time and energy to devote to other pursuits, such as developing their talents, expanding their social circles, or advancing their professional careers. There are many ways to find richness, significance, and joy in a life that does not involve sex. It is not necessary to be lonely or dull. No matter how often, how little, or how seldom a person has sex, their body is built to adapt and thrive. Your time and attention today are greatly appreciated. With or without sex, we hope you gain some new knowledge and a little more self-assurance in your amazing body. Until we meet again, take care.